Hey guys, so this next unit we are going to talk about DNA and the proteins of life and kind of build on what we learned in the genetics unit. So we learned in the genetics unit about this thing called the chromosome theory of inheritance. Gregor Mendel, when he did all of his initial work, he didn't know anything about chromosomes and how genetic traits are passed on, but he could see patterns. So now that technology has advanced, we understand that DNA is the way that your genetics are passed down. So we're going to start off by talking about the structure of DNA. So a DNA nucleotide has 3 parts, and remember that a nucleotide is the building block of nucleic acids, things like ATP, RNA, and DNA. The DNA nucleotide has 3 parts. The first is the phosphate, the second is the deoxyribose sugar, and the third is a nitrogenous base. So DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. So that should be an easy way for you to remember that it's deoxyribose. That basically means ribose sugar, which is a carb, because you know that from studying carbs, lipids, proteins, without an oxygen, okay? So deoxyribose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate make up the DNA nucleotide. A nitrogenous base or a nitrogen base, there are 4 different types that are found in DNA. They pair up in certain rules and certain configurations to make that DNA molecule. The base pair rules for DNA are adenine, and it pairs with thymine, and guanine, and it pairs with cytosine. So all of these are different nitrogen bases that could be substituted in that place on our nucleotide that says nitrogenous base. Now, a couple other terms that correspond to our nitrogen bases are purines and pyrimidines. So the way I remember these 2 words is purine is the little word, but it goes with the big 2-ring structure. Pyrimidine is the big word, and it goes with the little 1-ring structure. So thymine and cytosine are pyrimidines, and adenine and guanine are purine. You always pair a purine with a pyrimidine, okay? The DNA molecule, so let's look at a second right here why we have the purines and the pyrimidines. So you'll see in your picture on the right side of your screen that A pairs with T all the time. Well, if A is a double ring and T is a single ring, that means we're 3 rings wide. And it has to say that 3 rings wide because the DNA molecule is 2 single chains that are held together with a hydrogen bond. The bonds, the chains twist and form what we call a double helix, and that gives it that circular shape as you see in the picture on the right that we really associate with DNA. DNA never ever leaves the nucleus. If it does, the cell is going to go through apoptosis, which you remember is killing itself. It does not fit outside of those nuclear pores unless something very bad has happened to the nucleus. And DNA has all of the genetic code of an organism. It codes for everything from hair color to the protein that breaks down sugar. Everything about the human is found in the DNA molecule.